Dr. Kimani.
Could you share practical tips or hacks for parents to navigate their teenage years, fostering a healthy and relatable relationship with their teens?
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe you did not ask me to contribute about work-life balance. Maybe because I'm a gentleman.
No, it's because of time.
But I can mention something. Because those are the issues that bring clients to my sessions. What has been said by my colleagues, I appreciate that. The only thing you might think, ideally, you would think that people who are in formal employment are happier because they have a salary, they have assurance, they have a system, and they can afford. Unfortunately, they are the ones who are not happy in life, because when you talk of work-life balance, we'll be talking of having a great impact at work, interacting with the world very well, and still remaining happy. I have come across people who have great impact at work, they interact in the world very well, but they are not happy. Actually, if you go to a place where there is musako, you might find the people who are in formal employment to be taken, come up with musako, because they look ugly, not angry at all times. Because they have their schedules of where they are going, is meeting after the other, going after. So what I'm talking about is that the happiness is key. And as I now come to the question I've been asked to answer, is that we come from different backgrounds as parents. I think there are several. The question I'll be asking you, do you know the kind of format of parenting you are using right now? Because you are brought up, right? So you are a product of being brought up, so you want to bring up another person. The question we're talking about is, if a parent doesn't know the model they are using, and how good it is or how bad it is, then they'll have an issue. Parenting is a helping kind of a thing or act. And first you ask yourself, are you a helper or a helpee? The reason behind this, you find there are some parents who are even helped by their children, that mom, we should not be going this. I think I have been brought to some adolescents in my session, and the first time the client comes, who is a teenager, says, Mom, Dr. you even need to cancel my dad and my mom. Okay? They have more problems than I have because they appear so. So all of you talking about, we have several ways of bringing up children. We have the traditional and authoritarian, which I think most of us, we are brought up with that. And this was as simple as this. It was either my father's or my mother's way or the highway. Okay? So whatever the father says, and it was very funny because when men married their women, they would give all the rules to them. Like now for me, I'm the last born. So the mother is supposed to have the firstborn to distribute the information. So I remember when I was young, there are times my father would meet me telling me, unasikia vile nilisema. Then I was not there when you are saying, but I'm supposed to know, interpret, that's basically through learning. So we are talking about whether you have helped yourself to help others. So authoritarian is when, for those people who are old school would understand, that in the morning, mom would say, Wachiko fuga duka, when you keep your legs, they are not trousers. So mom says, Wachiko fuga duka in the morning. Then at lunchtime, you open the same shop. So but in the evening, your mother cannot start it anymore. So she takes the pan in charcoal and a duka papaja. And no wonder today, people have some marks which cannot be explained. And you hear them say this is a bad mark. But look at it. It doesn't appear like one. So it goes through the last. So that's authoritarian. That it was either the away or the highway. They had several disadvantages. They had so many rules. They make rules. They can only be followed, no negotiation. And then I think you'll find like that system also where it was short-term. That's why you see, those parents who are very strict, their children could still do what they are not told because they could forget very fast because it was not in them. And fear was more, discipline was more, and all this. The authoritative one is actually where there is democracy, that the parent brings the rules, and of course there is something human beings require, high support and high charge as well. So when you are supporting your children very well, and when you are challenging them, they will understand you are not only challenging them. So authoritarian only highly challenges. But now the authoritative supports and challenges in equal measures. This is where people would be responsible, would learn how to do things on their own when they are alone. They don't have to be supervised. Remember, the authoritarian one was when you cannot be seen, you can even eat sugar. Okay? But now the authoritative one is like, now I don't have to eat sugar because it's bad for me. You have been told it's bad for you. So you're not being prevented from being a mistake because you have been taught how to go about it. Of course, we have the ones who are permissive, and that is now where the challenge we have. We have been brought up with by authoritarian parents who are very strict, never give us freedom. And now what we are doing, the modern parent, is now imagining. My father could not allow me to do this, so my children will do this. Are you together? Hello? Hello? And now what I'm saying is, the system of parenting, you need to know the kind of parenting you want, and of course there's another one which is avoidance now, whereby you leave the house on Friday evening only to come on Monday morning. You can't start with your own legs, so maybe you are dragged to the house and the rest. So what you're saying, for us to understand how to bring up our children is first by solving our problems. I like the way my colleagues have said about motivation. Are you motivated yourself? Okay? Do you know how to motivate yourself? When you talk of this, what they have said about exercises, one of the good things about exercises, because we go through pace during the day and in day-to-day activities, but the question is, when you do exercises, what do you gain? You gain what you call endorphins. Endorphins are feel-good hormones. They help you to feel on top. And as you see those people who go for a gym, I think you see men. They don't have to pay much, just 20 bob, and they walk like the world is theirs. You have to give them space to walk, right? So those exercises makes you produce feel-good hormones. Those are internal painkillers. They help you to be yourself. And the other thing is how you appreciate yourself. Somebody mentioned about self-esteem. You are talking of your value, and it starts with your body image. Do you like your body image? Do you like who you are? Because you have to like your body image to improve on your self-image. And again, everybody has an ideal self. There is what you want to become, but there is where you are. And that's why I appreciate some beautiful ladies in this country. I know you are beautiful, but they're also beautiful. They are called slave queens. They don't have much development, but they walk like, tunajua wenye mnataka, but sisi ndio tuko. The point is, value yourself. And one thing I can tell you, as much as you want people to appreciate you, you have to appreciate yourself. Okay? You have to know your value. And even one of the challenges you have even with parenting and even our relationships is because of how. If you don't like yourself, and as it has been said, kama umejiachilia, you don't like yourself, you don't like your body image, you don't know where you're going, you are just confused. You come across somebody who will make you more confused than you were before. Okay? So the key thing is, in the issue of parenting, and again now in the issue of teenagers, how do you know somebody has become a teenager? Of course, it doesn't start there. I think when you are young, when the babies are young, I know we receive a slap from our nurses at the maternity after being born, just to understand that you are waking up, isn't it? So we were a chapel. So again, that was only for her. It was a one-time thing. You don't be slapped again. So don't wait for another slap. Now that means, so be happy. Learn to what makes you happy. Learn your emotional intelligence. Because when a teenager is coming in, it means, or when you're having your children, they have emotions. So have you taken care of your emotions first, so that you can take the emotions of that of a kid? Sometimes you think they are the problem. I can say this because in the line of practice, allow me to say this, moderator, that I came across a client who had attempted to do suicide severally. And this lady was 17 years old. And now the lady says, when I was asking her, because she was in a hospital setup, I asked her, why do you think you need to commit suicide? Because I've not been doing very well with my mom. She has been doing this, beating me, and all this. And now I've been confirmed to be pregnant. So what my mother will do will kill me, and instead of waiting for my mother to kill me, I'll kill myself. What you are talking about is talk to the children, let them not overestimate what you can do. Okay? Like the only thing you can do is physically murder. When they see you, they see murder. We will have maybe the next question, but generally say that, are you yourself disciplined? Because you're looking for discipline. And one thing I can tell you, I always tell my audience, there are two types of pains in life. You either have to go through the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Some of the challenges we are getting in our children, I say this as a father of an adolescent, my daughter is 14 years, and I can tell you, children observe when they are growing. In fact, at teenage, they are just trying to speak out. Where they have been persevering, where they have been wrong, they are just communicating now because they have a voice. So as we are having our children, we need to know where they are. Some of them have low self-esteem because of what we have done to them. So let the children not look at you like that animal, that the next thing you can only jump at them, and of course maybe do bad things to them. Maybe over to you again.